Caleb Lindsay again. So today's date is September 19th, 2025, and this is going to be my week 8 submission for FTE 211. So with FTE 211 being like the final class that most of us had to take to get this degree, I noticed a lot more student interaction with each other, especially in those discussion posts. Like, we all took this class on purpose. This is something that we all picked. Whether it's just because you were a fan of hammer-fired pistols over striker-fire, or maybe you were a fan of John Moses Browning, I don't know. But we all picked this one on purpose, and I think that because of a lot of us had common interests in this firearm specifically, there was way more engagement between students and our instructor. I don't know, it felt more personal, or I don't even know if that's the right word, but I enjoyed this a lot, and the engagement was way more than it had been in all the other classes I've been part of. So the next question it asks is if I between the class and our instruction, all the lectures that we went through, and then compared to guidance that experts in the field, if you can even call them that, because a lot of the stuff that I found was through forums and YouTube videos, but if there were any discrepancies in between them. And not really. Now, I mean, there were like small things, okay? It's not necessarily stuff that would really change your approach to the firearm, but small things like in like the videos or the lectures back when we were doing like the full disassembly. I've seen people online do it different ways. Especially like if you have a full length guide rod, you can basically just pull the slide back to the takedown notch, pull out your slide stop, and then just release everything out off the front of the slide, compared to what we were taught in class. But it's neither here nor there, so not really. I didn't really see a whole lot of discrepancies. So the next question basically asks if there's only one way to do stuff, right? It asks if there's multiple ways or different ways to skin a cat. And yeah, there are different ways to go about doing just about any job, and no one way might be better than the other, as long as the end result is the same. People find different ways to do the same thing. Okay? It's like the same in math, right? Like, I remember right now I'm trying to teach my kid multiplication, and the teacher wants us to do skip counting by threes or something, and I just brought up a multiplication table. There's different ways to do just about everything, and nothing's wrong with that as long as the end result is a good outcome. And then the last question, as for future education, I plan on I just emailed like our student representative. I can't really remember her job title, but I asked her if there was any way to maybe jump into one of the classes for like the handgun specialist course, because I think that would be really cool. I know I just did the 1911 course, but I loved it, and I prefer pistols for some reason. I don't know what it is. I just like them. So I did ask if how to get into that. I'm also thinking maybe instead of that, there are a couple of machining classes that I could take over at our local college here, just a community college. Maybe jump into that, learn how to actually make stuff, instead of just filing and customizing things, which I love. Like how to actually operate a mill, a lathe, CNC machine, stuff like that, because I'll be honest, I don't know how to do any of that, and I would very much like to, because it's a very useful skill to have. But yeah, that's it. This is the last assignment I'm going to do for a while for SDI. Maybe forever. I don't know. I had a really good time. I really enjoyed this course. Thanks.